In this video, we are going to be meeting up with a 26-year-old Nigerian who left the UK to build the first supercar in West Africa. During my time in Jos, I kept getting comments from you guys saying I should go check out Jerry Malo, and in my head I was wondering, who is this guy and what's so interesting about him? So let's find out. Please like, subscribe and ring the bell to turn on post notifications on this channel, as the goal this month is to get to 200,000 subscribers. Thank you.
I am so passionate about Nigeria.
What's up guys, how are you doing today? It's Aina here again, and today I am in Jos, Plateau State, and I have something really awesome to show you guys. Behind me is a building that houses a made in Nigeria supercar. And today we're going to be meeting the person who designed this car. It was a Nigerian that designed this car, and he's going to be telling us about the car and telling us about the story behind building a supercar in Nigeria. So come along with me. And here is my wonderful guest. This is Mr. Jerry Malo. Did I get it correctly?
Yes, you got it. Jerry Malo.
Yes, so say hi to my subscribers.
Hi.
Guys, as you can see here, this is the supercar he designed. So he's going to be telling us the story behind designing a supercar in Nigeria.
To design a car in Nigeria is quite difficult.
Yeah.
It's not something popular.
Yeah, true.
It's not something you see every day. It has to do with a lot of research. We do a lot of research online. We always take inspiration from the rabbit, which is our logo.
That's the rabbit on top.
Yes. Catching the wild hare is very difficult. And at high speed, it will just take a swift turn.
And then it's gone.
Yeah, so we want to see how these our cars can brake in almost no time and take a swift turn with the extreme balance and control from the design. These doors will look like the ears of the hare.
Of the hare, okay.
Yes,
I can see you have, what do they call this kind of doors again?
Wing doors.
Wing doors.
Yeah.
These are only majorly seen on some of the most expensive cars you can see out there in the world.
Rabbits, their biggest muscle is on their hind legs.
Yeah.
So just taking that inspiration and seeing how this place could be quite bulky, looking like the muscular legs of the rabbit.
Yeah.
And of course the spring is on the hind leg.
Yeah.
So this is a back wheel drive too, having the engine in it, which serves as the muscles now to give it the spring it needs. I think since I was 5 years old, I knew clearly that I wanted to work in the automotive industry. I grew up in a village, in a farming society. At that time, we made toy cars with pieces of roofing sheet. So I always wanted mine to be the best among my peer group. I always dedicated my time to make them. At some point, when we were done with them, we cut slippers, old slippers for the tires.
Yeah.
So,
I think I did
so
something
when you get an old slippers and cut it, because the slippers have been used, some part of it may be slim. Then the tire doesn't come out nice. I didn't like that. I'll use my own new slippers and cut it so that it can all be perfectly.
Did your parents used to get upset with you?
Flog me. My dad will beat me. But it's the same thing I will do tomorrow again. I prefer to be beaten than my car not to be the best. So my whole quest have just been seeing how I could realize this. I always told my parents I would want those cars one day to run without fuel. As the first thing, to be able to fly, to be able to move on water and on land at the same time. So they will always laugh at me by then and say, you don't know anything, you don't know what you are saying. So that pushed me to start learning inverter systems, solar systems, seeing how I could get free ways, I could get free energies. After secondary school, I just felt how Nigerian universities will not really give me what I wanted.
What you wanted?
I wanted the practicals. I was not good in academics actually. Just so you know, in secondary school, I was an art student.
Are you serious?
I did history, literature and all that. I didn't do science. So the first year after my secondary, that was 2012, I made my first life-size car. I built a car with
You built a car?
Yes, just an amateur.
2012?
Yes, a very small one.
So how old were you then? Do you remember how old you were then?
I think I was 17, 18.
What does it feel like to be the first Nigerian to create the first supercar in Nigeria?
It feels normal for us.
It feels normal?
Yeah,
this doesn't look like anything normal to me.
Well, to us, it's something
to
normal.
him, it's like something, he does so many things, so to him, it's like, it's not a big deal.
We just feel it's nowhere close to perfection, so it's not something we should be celebrating.
Okay.
We just feel we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
And we've not even touched a tip out of the iceberg of it. So why should we be celebrating? So we don't see it as anything. Rather, the more we see it, it motivates us to do better.
Better, yeah?
To work harder and get something better than what we've done.
How do you come up with your designs of your cars?
The first step is making our designs, coming up with the sketches, doing our clay modeling, doing the life-size clay modeling. Actually, we get to a point where we do this clay work you're seeing, we do the whole life size.
Like the size of this car?
The whole of this car.
That's a lot of clay. Are you serious?
Yes. I get a lot of inspiration from other people too. I just feel I don't have to redesign the wheels.
The wheels,
I can just pick it up from where people ahead of me have started.
What are some of the challenges you faced in building this?
The very big challenge is funding.
Funding
to build this kind of project to the level where it begins to bring cash back, it takes a lot. Most people that will give you some funding may give you to maybe just a year, limited to 2 years or so. And sometimes just the research for one model, it will take 4 or 5 years on it. And before you finalize and even get to the level where you begin to produce. So it's a very big challenge. Raising the funding, having a conducive environment to work. Work tools and equipment too are very scarce, very rare. Getting a proper platform to train and teach other
people who are interested in doing something like this.
It hurts me a lot when people keep calling, they want to learn. But we don't have the capacity to train them.
Some people are probably interested in coming up with something like this or being innovative. What's your advice to them generally as somebody who has been able to successfully build something like this in Nigeria?
I think the advice always is, if you can think it, you can do it, you can build it. At some point, when I always told my parents I want to do this from 5, 6, 7 year old, they always laughed at me.
But
just holding tight to that belief. Nobody knows your dream more than you do.
More than you do, yeah.
So
True.
you are the best person to motivate yourself. You are the best person to encourage yourself and keep moving. Nobody cares about the process you pass through. Everybody just cares about the success, the results of it.
True.
My advice is just to start in any little way, no matter how small it is. Just start as little as possible, no matter how small. If it means making huge sacrifices, please do it. There's no good thing that comes out without sacrifices involved in it. At some point, I was forced to stay phoneless. I sell my phone. I stay without phones just to use the cash to develop something. There was a point, I think I did almost 2 years without buying a single shirt.
Are you serious?
I never had the chance to. Anytime I get the cash, I prefer investing it into this before rather than buying the clothes. So you're just making sacrifices and dedicating your time. Rather than going to a university as my mates were doing then, I decided to just go to a roadside mechanic. I was there for 3 months and I felt I had understood it with all the knowledge I had gathered from the internet too. I kept developing myself till I finally got a sponsor.
Oh, you got a sponsor, so
yes,
you left
who
Nigeria.
Sponsored me to UK.
UK, wow.
Yes,
okay.
so I was in University of Hertfordshire where I studied automotive engineering, manufacturing of cars. I was there for a while. School wasn't making sense for me again.
Even in the UK?
Yes.
You don't like school at all?
The notion I had was not what I went there and found. I actually thought I would be doing fully practicals.
Practicals.
And when I went there, I realized the mathematics was way more than what we're doing in Nigeria. We're doing 4 courses, statistics, mathematics, engineering, mathematics, and programming. So I couldn't even endure to the 3rd year. I wasn't performing well. So I didn't see anything to study other than engineering. And I didn't want to stay there illegally. Yeah. But I just felt I better off come back home and just develop myself to when I could go back there for partners. I am so passionate about Nigeria. I just feel there's nobody that will develop our Nigeria for us rather than we, the youth. So when I see Nigerians working out in those countries, I always ask myself, if we could all gather and come back home, Nigeria will change in almost no time. I'm just an engineer, period.
Are you serious?
That's why a lot of times when people say they want to come for interview, I'll say, okay, here is our MD. Then they say, no, I have issues with that always. I'm just an engineer, period. So I just want to be that guy wearing the dirty clothes, holding the spanner. That's all I want to be. And when I kept thinking of a name we could use for the company, Benny was the best word I found for it. Benny in my local dialect means knowledge. Knowledge, wow. So we just wanted to see where young, knowledgeable people will come together to make a living. So in Benny, we are not focused on your certificate. You're focused on what you know. What you know. I started in 2016. From 2016 to now, we have a staff strength of 47 people. 47 people? Yes, 47 in number now. So that means you have 47 people in your company? Yes, and I think that's 47 families that have been fed. Just 3 of them are older than me, and I'm 26 years old.
You're 20.
I'm 26 and just 3 of them are older than me.
Wow.
So we are basically just young people. That's just the focus. We just feel that if we start at this level, we grow with this kind of mindset. And everybody coming close to us will also learn this kind of mindset. And if we're able to start doing this now, in 20 years' time, we can only imagine where we'll be.
Where you'll be.
So that's just the mindset. And one of the cars that motivates me a lot is W Motors. It's a hypercar company. It's based in Dubai. So I have visited their company. Ooh. And they gave me this when I went to Dubai.
Wow. Okay, I think I know this car. This car was
their first model, Fast and Furious.
Yes,
so it's the subsequent model. Yeah. It's the one before this. They motivate me a lot, and the major reason I love them is I personally love straight lines and angles. It was more captivating when I saw that these have more of the sharp edges. I love to see the lines just move half corners from nowhere, just have sharp end. So it made a lot of sense to me, and ever since I knew about them, I always follow them, pick inspiration. And when I get inspiration, I just try to sketch out something. Wow. So that's it, just trying to see what we have in existence already and
making it better.
Yes, and just adding your own design to it.
Wow, this is dope. And I can see a lot of people also working here.
Yes, this is Collins.
Okay. Hi, Collins. What's up? What are you currently working on?
I'm working on a model of Beni Puri. Okay. Trying to bring out some designs, some shapes in lead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm really working on currently.
Wow.
So what we always do is we have multiple models like this. Then we pick out parts. So we could come to his own now and say, okay, you did very well in the front view of the car. So we pick the sketches from the front view, and if his side view was better, we pick the side view, and that's how we just keep doing.
This one looks way bigger, and it's currently working on it.
Yes, it's just an expression. Do it at any size you want. This lungy.
Oh, this is really nice. So everything here is made from clay.
Yes.
From scratch, even inside, like
it's
a lump of clay. So you're just carving out the car.
Yes, you just carve it out and bring out what is inside
of you.
Yes, bring it to reality. I have this 2 hours rule. I always tell young people, if you can spend just 2 hours every day on that thing you love, on that thing you define as success, it will go a very long way. Very, very long way. If they could just dedicate their time, make sacrifices, never give up, always encourage themselves and keep pushing, starting no matter how small it is, in no time, they'll be amazed how far they can go.
Wow. So you said something about your parents now. What kind of, because some people might see this and be like, oh, maybe you just got funding from one, maybe somebody just give like $5 million to start inventing and creating things. What kind of background are you from generally?
My dad is a farmer, my mom is a farmer. And it's just the mindset I had to push no matter, regardless. I had done a lot of savings. Forget about the past, but talking about this particular model, we've been saving as a company, Beni. From the fabrications we do, we've been saving. When we save, we use the money to buy grains. So we're buying corn. We're storing in the village area. Wow. So we kept buying corn till, I think we saved about 6-7 million or so.
Wow.
Then we sold it all at once just to use the money to start building it. It's something that you're doing trial and error. Most times you don't get it right the first time.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
And all those cash has gone.
Gone already.
You have to go. At some points, we're forced to borrow monies from friends, from micro banks, from cooperatives, just to see that we complete it. That's just a sacrifice. It never came easy at all, and it's still not coming easy. But it's just the mindset to keep pushing.
Oh, that's amazing. So generally, what do you think about this phrase when people say Africa is the future? Do you believe Africa is the future?
I believe it's the future, but it's not going to come as easy as we say it.
Okay.
It's a very big challenge that a lot of the times we are not ready for that challenge. We just say it and don't take actions on it.
On it?
Yes. But if we're able to take actions on it, we'll actually go a long way.
I'm sure you probably maybe need investors for something like this. Do you need investors?
Very well.
So what do you have to say to like them in terms of your company?
I will just say one sentence.
Okay.
There's no country, like I always say, that makes waves without the metal and steel industry.
Yeah.
And what we are doing is very in line with the metal and steel industry. So in one way or the other, investing into something like this is a very, very good idea. A lot of times I encourage people not to look at the immediate time now. They should be looking into the future. I would advise investors to take a bold step. One thing I know we have is the passion, the willingness to keep pushing. There's no failure, there's no impossible in our dictionary at Benny. It's just the focus and the willingness to keep pushing, the doggedness to keep pushing is there. So for investors, yes, we are open for investors, of course.
Thanks a lot for showcasing this, your amazing product to us. I'm going to link the page to his Instagram and I think probably your email below. So if you guys want to reach out to him, to contact him, it's going to be in the description below. And as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. We're trying to get to 200,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And I will see you guys, or we will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.